Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Zen Master here. Welcome to Citizen Zen. It is December the 25th, 2022. It is Christmas Day. Christmas evening, I guess now. And so if you celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a great one or are having a great one. And if you celebrate something besides Christmas, I hope you had a great something else that isn't Christmas, or are having one, or are about to have one, as the case may be. In any case, I hope everybody is having a great holiday season and getting ready for a fun new year. The situation here, I'm doing something a little different. I'm actually not in the PTU, the Persistent Test Universe, which is where I've been for the last few days. I actually went back into the regular live server, which was 3.17.4, because I wanted to get some screenshots, and while I was there minding my own business, somebody came up and attacked me, so I defended myself, and ended up here in Klescher Rehabilitation Facility. So I'm in jail, and I'm going to show you my method for getting out of jail. So when you wake up in Klescher, you have to enroll in the work release program, and if you haven't read that, that just basically says you can do work to get out.
Attention! Attention! Please direct your attention towards the front gates. One of our guests has completed their rehabilitation and is being released. Let's give them a round of applause.
Yay, somebody just got out.
Civilian.
Okay, so now when you climb out of the habs here in Klescher, you head down to this sort of central area, and this is where you find out how long you're going to be here. Go to one of these little screeny things here. Inmate information, and we got an hour and a half, so I was pretty bad. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to be able to get out of here in probably something closer to 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm going to open the Moby Glass and look in the contracts manager, and okay, there are no contracts here yet. One will come along shortly, but what I'm going to do is make my way over to the mining area. This is the way out. We're not going to go there yet. Okay, is that it? Yep, that's another hab. Ah, yes, the big tunnel thing. We're going to go in here and we're going to start walking around, and we're going to follow the arrows and pass by the commissary. There we go. Okay, inmate maintenance opportunity. We are going to go to the contracts manager, and I'm going to accept that offer, and it's going to tell me where I need to go is Route 1, depth 15. Okay, that's all the way to the bottom of Route 1, and that's cool. Okay, we're going to go reset the oxygen kiosk, and we're going to get a bunch of merits. And I want to say, if we're going down to depth 15, that is probably going to be on the high end of the merit award. So I think that's probably going to be a 10 or 15,000. And the rate seems to be, it's about 3,600 merits will get you an hour off of your sentence. So we're at an hour and a half, so we really only, okay, I've got some funny video going on here. Here we go. Okay, there's level 1. We only are going to need about 5,000 might even be enough to get us through an hour and a half, although technically I guess 5,400 is what it would really be, but we're going to also have a little bit less because we're going to be spending a little bit of time. Okay, and what you're looking for is you're running around Klescher, and there are maps. Okay, exit is not what we're looking for. That's where we just came in. What I'm looking for are the numbers that are on top of the tunnels. And here we go. This is level 2. And into the black hole. Okay. And we're just going to keep chasing down the numbers until we get to 15. And then we're going to fix the oxygen kiosk. Okay, 2. And each of these little wide spots here, you're going to encounter one of two things as you go down each of these little spurs. One is going to be a number, and that's what you're looking for, and the other thing is going to be a little red X that tells you this is the dead end. So there's our 3. So we'll just keep chugging on down. The deeper you go into a particular tunnel system, the more the mission is going to be worth. So this one going all the way down to 15, which is about the end of it. And there's one of those blinking lights, the end of tunnel lights. And excuse me. Come on. Okay, was that a number there? There are some guides. If you use Google a little bit, you can find. Okay, there's the end of the tunnel. Yep, that's not it. That have maps that say, you know, which tunnel head is going to get you to the number and get you further down the. Okay, I've gone all the way around there. Okay, try again. I haven't memorized these because I really honestly feel like Star Citizen is so large and there's so much to think about that I don't really feel that that's an effective use of the... okay, no, that's the end of the tunnel there. I don't feel like memorizing these is really an effective use of my time and resources and brain power, so I haven't. But obviously we walked by it. I should say I walked by it, because, dear listener, you've done... There we go. You've done nothing to... You have made no mistakes on this. They've all been mine. So I'm glad that you're along for this journey, but I'm not going to ask you to take any of the blame for the mistakes. You can have credit for the good stuff if you want. Like right there. Okay, we're at level 5, going to 15. We will pass one, I think maybe there might be 2 oxygen kiosks on the way down, and so far we're doing okay for O2. Yeah, I want to say the indication comes up when you get down to about 40% or so. Whoops. Okay. And okay, here's number 6. And here's an oxygen kiosk. And if we wanted to, you know, maybe why don't we do this just to say we did. So I'm going to go and refill the oxygen supply, and it's empty. So okay. We can't do that, but that's how you would do it if there was anything in there. And the fact that that's empty is making me a little nervous. What you really don't want to have happen is somebody who's a little bit ahead of you. Here's number 7. There's somebody else who's ahead of you who gets down there before you do, and you know you've run all the way from the top down to level 12 or something, and then you see that the mission disappears because somebody else did it, and that's a bummer, but that's okay because another mission will come up very shortly. And in all likelihood, most of the time, if you're going all the way down to level 15, that's going to be, that's going to basically take care of your entire sentence. The other option in Klescher is to mine rocks. Yeah, there are a bunch of rocks and things that are along. Oops. And this. I hate this part right here. This is a hard turn that has red markers on it, so it makes it look like it's the end of the line, but it actually isn't. It's just indicating a hard turn. I find that that trying to mine rocks is not very efficient. It's not a particularly good loop in the prison, so I generally don't. It also doesn't pay nearly as well. I mean, it's great if it's your first exposure to mineral mining, then great, because you get to learn mineral mining, but it's not something I would do if I am interested in getting out of prison. And also, maybe I'm weird, and I'm sure I am, but there have been times where I've actually found the prison game loop to actually be kind of relaxing. It's, you know, you're away from stuff, and there's not a whole lot else going on, and it's like doing this, you know, pretty basic little fetch mission when you're doing a lot of running, and it makes me feel like I'm doing running, so I, you know, must be getting healthy from that, right? And yeah. But if you want to do the mining and that seems like fun, then by all means, that's what you should do. But I also have found that if you are really interested in getting out quickly, this is the fastest way to do it. You could also escape, which is something that I've never actually done. I've actually honestly never even tried it. I want to say it's if you get all the way down to the bottom of, I think it's Route 3, there's this weird little cave thing, and you can sort of make your way out that way. You get out and you still have a crime stat. Let's see, we can get some oxygen here. Yeah, this one has a little bit. Okay, not too much perfect, so I'm not going to worry about how much time it's going to take. And it's going from the kiosk into my tank. Okay, there we go. And I've emptied that out. Yeah, there is the possibility of escaping, but as of 3.17.4, which is what this is, once you escape, you are on the surface of Arial, which is a very, very hot moon of Hurston, and not one that is conducive to surviving for very long. So in 3.18, they've upped the ante a little bit, where there are a few more things to do in prison, and there also is a platinum bay right next to where you get out, so you can spawn something like a Pisces or an XXS ship. I guess it's the 100 series, the Pisces, and I think there's a couple others, but the Pisces is the only one that I personally own that is spawnable at an outpost. And so you can do that, and that gives you the opportunity to fly away, which does make it easier than not having the option to fly away. Okay, so we're in level 15 here, so we should be coming up on the kiosk pretty quickly, and we still got the mission, so that's good. Unless there's somebody down here waiting, which, is another thing that people sometimes can do. That it's fun, I guess, to shiv people when you're in prison, and I don't know what they're gaining by standing next to the oxygen kiosk. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, and we're just going to go up and hit the vent button.
Due to your recent actions, we've reduced time on your sentence.
Okay, I've had my sentence reduced. Okay, let's see how many merits I got for this.
We at Klescher Rehabilitation are extremely proud
15,000 merits, and okay, that's going to be enough to get me out. So I'm just going to run back up.
And as a member of civilized society.
It is possible that I could, if I was really in a hurry, I could probably just die, just suicide right here with backspace, and however, be careful that if you do die, when you do respawn, you do have okay, where's the exit? Now I'm looking for those green exit signs that I was avoiding earlier. You do wake up with more added to your sentence if you haven't completely cleared it. So I don't want to be running, although I had an hour and a half and I got 15,000 merits, so I should be very far. Oh, okay, this is interesting. I should be well in the clear as far as being able to get out of prison. There's a green haze right here. Okay, and come on. And this, of course, has all been done in real time. Just so you know, I did have to start this over a couple times. I did have to die in prison because when I first got in, my mobiGlas didn't come with me, and I couldn't look at anything. You know, the mobiGlas wasn't working, so I couldn't accept a mission. So I was basically left at needing to just wait out the entire sentence. So I did quit the menu and relog, and that did add a few minutes, I think, to my sentence. But that's okay because, okay, where's that green exit sign? I'm talking while I'm trying to get out of here, so it's obviously I'm having trouble walking and chewing gum at the same time, so to speak. I'm not chewing any gum right now, but I am talking while I'm trying to escape. And okay, nope, that's an end of line. Well, I may find myself in the kind of hurry that makes me decide to just die. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay. So if you've been, I mentioned before, if you've been playing the PTU, which is the Persistent Test Universe, if you are, right now, I want to say it's still just Wave 1 as of 25 December. So it's concierge members, so those of you who've spent $1,000 or more on the game, or subscribers, those of you who are spending $10 a month on the game, will have access to Wave 1, and then so anyone else who's been picked for whatever reason. And then after that, it'll open up to Wave 2, which is more people, and then I think finally Wave 3 is anybody who wants to can get into the test universe and play around with it. And it is, there's some really cool stuff in 3.18. I am really looking forward to when it gets fixed enough to where it's ready for prime time. It is not right now. The big showstopper, in my humble opinion, is that there is a bug currently where anytime you hit a 30K error, which if you've been playing Star Citizen for more than a couple hours, then you've encountered the 30,000 errors where you lose contact with a server. And sometimes it requires you to get all the way out of the game where you have to just completely quit and restart it. Sometimes it'll let you back in just by quitting to the menu. But in any case, it is no fun, and it's a server crash. So it's not ever a good thing. Sometimes it's worse than others. But in the 3.18 patch that they have right now, and I believe it's the S patch, so it's 3.18 something S. Okay, and I'm running out of oxygen down to 30%, so I think I can make it out here. I'm pretty far along. But if I do see another oxygen kiosk, I'll stop at it. Right now, the game-breaking issue is if you get a 30K, then once you're back in the game, your character falls through the floor on any elevator that you get into. And sometimes it's as soon as you walk in, you just fall out. Sometimes it fools you into thinking it's okay, and then as soon as you push a button, to select a floor, that's when you fall through. And the only way to recover that is to do what's called in the PTU is a reload of recopy of your account, where you have to erase all of your user data from the server and then recopy it over from the persistent universe into the PTU. So that's basically, it's like doing a character reset. Now there is a new character repair tool, is what they're calling it, that is going to replace the character reset tool, and that, from what I hear, is supposed to...
One of our guests has evacuated the facility before completing their rehabilitation.
Somebody escaped.
We at Klescher want to remind you that this kind of behavior is not acceptable, and ultimately, running from responsibility hurts you more than it hurts us. Okay, I'm going to grab...
is there any more? Nope, this one is still empty. Okay, I will not grab any oxygen from there then, because it's empty. So yeah, the character repair tool, which is... what's going to replace the character reset in 3.18 is not currently working. So the only option is to do the recopy, which is a very, very hard reset, and that sets everything back to zero. So no reputation, no money. You show up from a recopy, and you've got a random amount of money that they give you to start with, and whatever you have pledged. So none of your progress persists. None of your stuff that you've gotten in game persists. You're back to just as if you had just started the PTU over, and that can get annoying if you're trying to build some reputation or to get to try to unlock some missions by doing various missions and doing the first one in a loop and working your way up, and of course you can't buy a ship that way. So it's pretty frustrating. So hopefully, once the devs get back from their break, that'll get addressed. Because it has been frustrating. I've started over so many times, and I feel like I'm. Although the good thing is that I've gotten lots of practice at getting started, so I am kind of feeling like I'm getting a pretty good handle on what a good starter ship is. And I have pledged a Corsair, incidentally. So my thought is, it sure seems like the Corsair is a great way to start. There are some really, really funny things that hopefully there will be another serious balance pass before the before the patch goes live, because there are some just funny things in like box missions that send you to a derelict site where there's it's the evaluation mission, right? The first mission. Okay, you know what? Oh wait, am I gonna make it? I'm at 2%, and here's the exit. Am I gonna make it? You know what? I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yep, I'm gonna run out of air. Yep, here I am gasping for air. And if I can just get to the door, it's just right over here. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, it's here. Can I make it? That's the door. Oh, look at my heart rate. Okay. Oh, I got a minute. Okay. Yeah, I can survive.
Mining expeditions outside the living area. These might contain contaminants that may
okay, and I of course do not have a I don't have an oxy pen or anything. I'm going to die right here. If I had any ore, I could put it there. This is the door that gets me back. Okay. Nice. Okay, so for the next 30 seconds, we'll see. Oh, and actually, this will be good. We'll see we'll see how much, if I have any time left on my sentence, or if my 15,000 merits were enough to get me out of my my hour-and-a-half sentence without anything extra added on for dying. Guess we'll find out again shortly. Yeah, can't get those last couple steps. That's as far as I got. Okay, my crime stat. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I will just revive out of prison if I've cleared my crime stat. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna let it just count down for another 24 seconds. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think it's a good idea for me to try and activate a rescue beacon in prison. Although somebody could come out and just drag me the last couple of feet, and that would be kind of funny. But now I'm kind of wondering if, since I would have cleared my crime stat and finished my sentence, I wonder if I'm going to revive at Everest Harbor, which is where you go when you get released from Klescher Prison. And we'll see what happens. The black screen right here. The last time, when I did this last time, I actually could not recover from the black screen. It just left me at this. Oh, and here we are. Okay. And we are still in Klescher.
Welcome back.
And we're going to go back and enroll again.
Do not worry. So you're interested in our work release program?
Okay. Yeah, let's just, okay, first floor, very nice. See what the old screen says about what I've got left on my sentence. Hey, I'm eligible for release. Cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna walk right out. Inmate processing. And incidentally, this door will not let you out.
Attention! Attention! Please direct your attention towards the front gates. One of our guests has completed their
I'm getting recognized
and is
for
being released.
being all
Let's give them a
good
round
and
of
paying my
applause.
debt to society.
Good
Something
luck
I really
back in the
like
world,
about
civilian.
the Star Citizen verse, one of the many things is you can just pay off your debt to society. So if you, no matter what your crime is, you pay society back with whatever it is that they say that you need to do, and you're done. So I kind of like that. Oh, I did still have a crime stat there. Well, I think that's about to clear. So I should wake up here at Everest Harbor. And the other nice thing is, when you do wake up at Everest Harbor, you've got all your stuff back. So I've still got my spin around here. Whoops, sorry. Okay, so I've still got my armor on. And if I go to inventory, I've got whatever. I wasn't carrying anything, so I wouldn't expect that. And then I should have my ship waiting here at Everest. Head on down to the kiosk. And see what the ASOP terminal has for me. So that, anyway, is that's the prison loop at Klescher. And so you see, from the time you wake up in prison until the time you escape. Let me see what. Take a look and see how long we've been recording. Okay, whatever it's been, I can't quite see where. Can't quite see it from where I am. But anyway, so however long that was, that's how long it takes to get out of prison. I'm pretty sure that was less than an hour and a half altogether from beginning to end. So I don't think I have anything stored at Everest except for my Corsair, which is the ship I was in. Yep, and it's right here. I can just retrieve it, and it's going to have all my stuff still in it. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, and hope to see you out in the verse. Once again, if you're not into Star Citizen and you're looking to get into it, I've got a referral code that I'll be putting in the description of this video. And if you want to use that, that'll get you a little bit of extra cash. And between now and January 10th, that also gets you an extra free ship if you use that referral code and end up buying a game package. So anyway, use that if you want. If you don't have to use mine, but definitely use somebody's, because it is a good deal. It gives you 25% more starting money and that extra ship. So it is a good deal for something you're going to be buying anyway. Thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you out in the verse.